This is Eugene, Oregon, or as athletes around the world have come to know it, Tracktown, USA. It's fitting the university here welcomes visitors with a jogging tour through campus. Lots of schools celebrate sports, but few embrace the disciplines of track and field like this place.
Testing, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3.
The home, once again this year, to the NCAA Finals. This is first and foremost a U.S. University Track Championship, but we're here because there's a pretty significant Canadian story as well. A new generation of Canadian stars is emerging at this meet, and although you might not know their names and faces right now, we think that's about to change. Among them, two young men who have taken two very different paths to Eugene. Andre Dr Grasse, a 20-year-old sprinter for the University of Southern California, grew up in Markham, Ontario, where he spent a lot of time playing sports. But by his own admission, Dr Grasse, who loved basketball, was making some bad decisions off the court, going nowhere fast. Turns out, though, going fast was about to change his life. So fast, a coach saw him at a high school meet and said he could help turn Dr Grasse into an elite sprinter.
I was just hanging out with the wrong people, wrong crowd. But, I got a couple good friends now and a good coach, and I just hang with the right people, and especially my teammates, they do a good job, of helping me out, on the track and off the track as well.
Next development track.
Shawn Barber, who just turned 21, competes for the University of Akron. He grew up in the southern U.S. and seemed destined at a young age to be a pole vaulter for Canada.
Good job, Shawn.
His dad, George, represented this country in the early 80s in the sport. Not many kids can say they grew up with the pole vault, but Shawn did, watching his dad, learning the techniques in a makeshift practice facility in the backyard. George gave his son dual citizenship and a passion for pole vaulting.
I thought it was the most enjoyable thing growing up. I got into it because of my father, and it's just the best pastime I've had the pleasure of being a part of. So, with that in mind, I've had a lot of fun with it. I've traveled to some great countries, and I wouldn't be doing anything else with my time.
Shawn and Andre are among more than 20 Canadians here.
And then Erin Tessier from North Carolina State. And Winnipeg, she's a Canadian, Winnipeg, Manitoba.
Training with U.S. universities from California to New York. Athletics Canada believes this may be the most ever to compete at an NCAA Finals. Windsor, Ontario's Brandon McBride, who's representing Mississippi State, says there's a level of constant, high-level competition here he probably wouldn't get back home.
Well, this is the big stage. I mean, university-wise, it doesn't get much bigger than this. It's just a big deal for Canadians to be able to come out and showcase their talent. So, yeah.
Your classmates know where Canada is?
Yes, barely, but they know.
Of course, nothing would put Canada on the map better than championship performances. And that's exactly what Shawn Barber and his dad were expecting here in Eugene. But the NCAA Finals are known for their surprises, and Barber had a shaky start. He missed his first attempt at 5.4 meters, well below his personal best. On the second, he missed again. One more miss at this height, and his shot at an outdoor national title would fall short.
It's not good. Gives me gray hairs.
In a sport Barber says is as much mental as physical, this was a crisis moment. For Shawn, his coach, and pacing, gesturing, watching anxiously, his dad, George. So, how's Dad doing right now?
I'm all right. It's one of those a bit stressful.
If Andre Dr Grasse is stressed, he sure doesn't show it. This from a young man who seems on the verge of something great. Until this year, only 2 Canadians had run the 100 meters in under 10 seconds. Olympic champ Donovan Bailey and World Championship silver medalist Bruni Surin. Earlier this season, De Grasse became the third, and in the qualifying heat in Eugene, he did it again.
And De Grasse right there.
9.98. This from a 20-year-old who's been a serious sprinter for less than 3 years.
I'm still learning, honestly, to tell you the truth. You know, it's not easy coming out learning to use the blocks. It takes years of experience. That's what my coaches told me. But just doing that and trying to be better every single day, and that's my goal.
You want a sense of De Grasse's potential for greatness? Just listen to the head of the USC track team, Carol Smith-Gilbert.
Y'all gotta win this next one.
Keep in mind, she was an elite sprinter herself and has coached at universities across the United States.
He is the kind of athlete that you know as a coach you may never get another Andre Dr Grasse, so have a lot of fun right now because he does things that most athletes can't do.
Explain that for me. Like what?
Well, the way that his body moves and the way he can go to different levels in a race, or he can gear up, he can gear down, he can control his body, and he doesn't even know that he's doing it. It's just natural. Some of the things he does can't be coached.
De Grasse isn't chasing Bailey and Surin. He's blazing his own trail, competing not just in the 100, but the 200 meters as well.
De Grasse does get out quickly.
In that race, the benchmark is 20 seconds.
And De Grasse, here he comes.
In his heat, De Grasse placed first, and that guaranteed him a spot in the final.
De Grasse is going to win the heat.
He almost seemed to let up, posting 20.09 seconds. And so a tantalizing question for the finals. Could he become the first Canadian to break that 20-second barrier in the 200 and a sub-10 second in the 100? So USC, all of Canada, sub-10 times. You feeling any pressure?
No, I'm not feeling no pressure. I'm just having fun out here, so I'm not really thinking about that pressure. I'm just going to go out there and have some fun.
Don't be fooled. Behind that carefree answer, says his coach, is a fierce competitiveness. He wants to win big, and as a university athlete, he couldn't have picked a better place to try. Lots of people don't pay a lot of attention to track and field outside of the Olympics, which is what makes this championship in this place so special. Historic Hayward Field. Talk to some of the athletes and you quickly realize Tracktown USA is much more than just a slogan. University of Oregon alumni and Olympians Breanne Tyson-Eaton and Ashton Eaton know the Hayward magic well. Ashton, who's from Oregon, is the defending Olympic champion in the decathlon. Breanne, from Saskatchewan, won silver in the World Championship of the 7-event heptathlon, one of the potential leaders of this new generation of Canadian track stars. Now married, Breanne and Ashton met in Eugene. They each won NCAA championships on their home field. And in a storybook moment at Hayward, at the 2012 Olympic trials, Ashton set a new world record.
When you have these events, special things happen. And is it because of the venue, or is it because of the athletes? And I think it's a combination of both.
Track and field athletes and athletes in general don't train to just go to a competition where nobody's there watching. And being able to come to Hayward where you know you're going to have thousands of people watching is exciting for athletes. You know, we want to showcase what we've worked on and the fact that we can win and how good we are, and have people appreciate that and cheer for you, and that's what Hayward does.
I asked Shawn Barber about the Hayward impact. He's competed all around the world and agrees there is something special about this place.
You have events like the 100-meter dash, the 200-meter dash, which are pretty easy to follow. You know, for an event like the pole vault, you need a little bit more of the in-depth knowledge about the event. And so, they can tell they've studied, they can tell they've done the research coming in. That's a great feeling, just to have those people come out and have a conversation with you.
Those fans knew Barber was in a tough spot. 2 failed attempts and down to his last try at 5.4 meters.
Nice and easy, big up.
he made it. And at 5.5. And finally was the only competitor here to clear 5.6 meters. Enough to win the NCAA title, but well below his personal best. So after that nerve-wracking moment early on with the 2 misses, you're the champion again. You seem awfully calm about it all.
Well, I'm trying to keep my head down for a little bit. I know I have a lot of big meets coming up, so I'm trying to keep my head down and just keep pushing through and get some bigger marks out there.
The day after, Shawn doesn't look like someone who's sitting back enjoying a national title. 5.6 meters is not, for him or his dad, something to celebrate.
I think the 6 meter mark, of course, would be a great accomplishment for me this year. Not many people have found their way to that 6 meter mark. So if I could find my way there, I'd be very happy, very fortunate.
So when Canadians tune into the Pan Am Games, they see this lanky, red-headed kid representing Canada. Maybe they think from Texas, from Ohio, dad's from Canada. What should they know about you?
I'm just here to represent Canada. I'm trying to put my best foot forward and just here having a good time, trying to be a great pole vaulter for Canada.
DeGrasse is also chasing greatness on a remarkable, windy Friday afternoon in Eugene.
We get ready now for the men's 100-meter final. Collegiate NCAA.
This is the marquee event, the men's 100 meters. He lined up against the defending NCAA champion Trayvon Bromell in lane 5.
You can't discount this man down in lane 3, the junior from USC, Andre Dr Grasse of Canada.
Bromell qualified faster than DeGrasse in the semifinal, but on this day,
good reaction.
No contest.
Left in the blocks, it is DeGrasse. Andre Dr Grasse is going to win this. DeGrasse beating Bromell, an upset of sorts. And it's got to be with a lot of wind, but I don't care. 9.75 is a blistering time.
9.75. That is one of the 10 fastest times ever in the 100 meters, though it comes with an asterisk, a tailwind, too much to be considered a legal time. After, DeGrasse didn't stop for an interview because he still had one more race to go. The 200. And so less than an hour later, he lined up again.
Who knows what he might do now with that 100-meter title under his belt.
Remember, the benchmark in the 200 is 20 seconds. Many sprinters spend their whole career chasing that number.
Bromell in 4, Dukes in 5, DeGrasse in 6.
Could DeGrasse stun this savvy Eugene crowd again? He did, winning in 19.58 seconds.
It's a double winner for Andre DeGrasse. That's an incredible double when you consider he just had wind a little bit over the allowable.
Yes, there was still that tailwind, but in the stands, around the track world, and from DeGrasse himself, elation. And amid the exhaustion, the enormity of the moment, perhaps not yet sinking in. So you did it.
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. It's an unbelievable feeling right now.
Unbelievable is a word a lot of people are using to describe DeGrasse as well. Some are already dreaming about an Olympic showdown with the world's fastest man, Usain Bolt. DeGrasse has world-class speed, but I asked his coach if he can handle the old-world expectations.
I think he's growing into it. I think some of it is overwhelming for him, and I do a good job of just telling him relax, calm down, stay focused, and telling him he's not really running that fast. You can run a lot faster to try to keep some of the edge off of him. So I think he'll be all right because of who his mother, very down-to-earth person, Miss Beverly, has done a great job with him, and she's made him very grounded.
We noticed that too. The young man, so sure of himself on the track, seemed a little nervous, even bashful, in person. Crazy question, I know, but let me just ask it this way. How does it feel to be so fast?
I don't try to think about it, like I just go out there and I don't even know how to answer that question. So how does it feel to be fast? Honestly, I don't think I'm really that fast. I'm not satisfied for where I'm at. I still got goals, and I just try to go out there and compete and have fun.
There's that word again, fun. Shawn Barber uses it too. Maybe that's how it feels when you're young and even you don't know how good you can be. But there's always another big test looming. The next one comes at the Pan Am Games in Toronto. Ian Hannamansing, CBC News, Eugene, Oregon.